All right, we really need to talk, and I would like to dedicate the majority of this video to one of my favorite characters who I love to love and hope that he is a villain, even though I like him, so don't get me wrong. But I would like to dedicate this video to Oliver. Yes, I still think that Maggie is a main suspect in the death of Wes. I feel she has to be involved in some way. I'm never going to back down from that. Remember, we only have 3 episodes left, and we will find out who killed Wes by the end of this season. On a side note, but a related note, the show has been renewed for a 4th season, which is wonderful news, and I'm sure you're all very happy to hear that, as I am as well. But we need to talk about Oliver. We've talked about him before, but I don't know. Did you not think his behavior was even more suspicious than normal in this episode? What really got me was the scene with him lying in bed with Connor. He was kind of having a mini breakdown about being interviewed by police and kind of, you know, the illegal things he's been doing, which is understandable. Connor was like, "You're a really good liar." And we've seen him lie before, and you all know that I thought he was shady, and some of you think he's shady. And that whole scene was just really weird to me, and I want to talk to you about why I think he could have killed Wes. Now, you're going to say he's super nice. I know how some of you think. Yeah, of course. If every killer was really evil and scary looking and talked about killing people and looked like a killer, whatever that means, and acted like a killer, then these shows would be pretty useless because we could figure out who the killer was from the first episode, and there would really be no point in it. He is so nice, and he doesn't have any character flaws that we know of except for some of the lies that he's told, but they've all kind of been brushed off. But I have a problem with this, and I mentioned it so many times before, that we don't know any type of dirt on him, and we know dirt on like everybody else. Also, something that I've been thinking about that really doesn't add up to me is that we know 0 about him. We've never met any of his family. I don't remember him ever mentioning any of his family members. Even if he had family members who he didn't like or wasn't in contact with, he hasn't brought them up. So we know no one from his past who can kind of validate the person that he is. Don't you think that's a little bit weird? Isn't it weird that he's never introduced Connor to his mom, sister, brother, cousin, something? It's just so weird, and I think it's on purpose. And if he did kill Wes, maybe it's because he does really love Connor and he was thinking that Wes was going to expose everyone, and which he kind of was, and he didn't want Connor to go to prison, so he felt like he had to kill him. Maybe he didn't have super sinister motives. Maybe he felt like this was the only way to save the person he loves. But there, you could go on with this and debate that maybe he's not really in love with Connor, and all of this is just a big setup. You know, here's the thing. We've talked a lot about Maggie being connected to someone from Annalise's past, but have you thought about Oliver being connected from someone from Annalise's past? And maybe it's somebody we don't even know, because we know she has been committing crimes for years and years and years, way before she met the Keating students. So perhaps Oliver is the son of someone she screwed over and they're back for revenge, or someone that is dead because of her. Who really knows? Or he may even be connected to some storyline we do know. But I will never stop feeling weird about him and that something is off and something is not right. So he has moved up as one of my suspects for the murder of Wes. Who I have marked off my list would be Bonnie, Annalise, Nate, and Connor. I think all of those people are red herrings in this half of the season. They like to play around with them and throw things at us pretty much every episode to make us think that it's possible that they are the killers, but I definitely don't think so, and I definitely don't think it's Nate. After we saw that he had arranged a meeting, both him and Wes arranged to meet up at Annalise's house. Remember, they had been having these secret meetings before. Now, I'm not really sure what they were talking about. I would be interested to see what you guys think they were meeting about. But I don't think Nate invited him there in order to kill him. I think they were kind of plotting for something else. Something big we need to talk about. The other big element of this episode was a very quick moment, but an important one, when Wes is on the way to Annalise's house and he calls someone in his phone, which is named in case of emergency only. Now, the big giveaway in this, he identifies himself as Kristoff. So some people immediately said it's got to be Eve. Well, I mean, she knows him as Wes too. So I truly believe that whoever he's talking to is someone we haven't met yet, someone from his past who is a family member that he's kept in touch with, who could play into this show in upcoming seasons or at the end of this season. But I definitely think he has someone, maybe a relative or a friend from the past, that he secretly was in touch with, but we didn't know, people who were watching the show, because they still referred to him as Kristoff, which is his given name, his name he went by as a child. So Laurel was out of control in this episode, which is understandable. She had some very funny moments, even though they weren't funny. I'm sure you laughed because I did. Some people have suggested that she killed Wes. I don't think so. I think she truly loved him. I really think she's the last person that would have done it, so I'm not suspecting her. But I'm anxious to see where these next 3 episodes take us, because it's just crazy to me that in 3 episodes we're going to have this mystery solved. The other big bombshell from this episode was the fact that Wes's body is missing. Now that was a big shocker to me when Nate and Laurel went to look at his body, pulled it out, it was another guy. I do not think that Nate signed the papers to have his body moved. I think that someone forged his signature, and I think Wes's body is still in existence, but I think it has been moved to another morgue. I don't know if Annalise is behind that. I don't know what. The scene where she was beat up was crazy, but that was her idea to get herself out on bail. And of course it worked. And Bonnie has not been a good lawyer for her. So, I mean, I don't feel like she's doing that on purpose, because I think she actually loves Annalise. But still, she is not anywhere near as good a lawyer as Annalise. But anyway, I am waiting for the day. I've been waiting for such a long time to come do a video for you guys, to do a reaction video. You know I will fall on the floor whenever they reveal Oliver to be. I mean, if you want to see a reaction video, wait for that moment, because I will probably scream, die, fall on the floor. I've been waiting for it, and I'm hoping it comes. And if it comes this season, I will be the happiest person ever. But I do think our reveal is going to be good, and if it ends up being Maggie, I'm fine with that. You know, we saw her again lurking around. They keep showing her in this season when she should be off the show. So I'm certain that she is involved in some way and may in fact be our main killer, because why is this woman in every episode? She should be a very minor character, but she shouldn't be on the show anymore. She was a minor character. So she's involved. I'm just waiting to find out, and I think we will find out, even if she's not the killer, what is her role, what has she been doing by the end of this season. So can't wait to see what happens. If you're enjoying my How to Get Away with Murder videos, just a reminder that I do reaction videos that go live the same day as the show, live chats every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and theory videos on Saturday. If you're enjoying these, please subscribe. Also, your thumbs up, let me know which shows to make as my priority shows, and what that means. A priority show gets 3 videos a week. The ones I just mentioned, shows that I don't get as much reaction on may only get 1 a week, and also may not be around when the next season comes around. So you guys, I'm letting you determine now what is most important to you, what shows you want to see. So your reaction helps me know what I need to continue covering on this channel. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for watching Kelly TV. And of course, I'll see you really soon. A lot of stuff's happening. Walking Dead starts Sunday. I'm covering that again. But the schedule is down below so you can check out and see what I'm up to. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Kelly TV. I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of the Kelly TV family. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter so you can keep up with all I'm doing.